Hey everyone, as always, Dylan Miller Prospecting. And it's Tuesday night tailings or Tuesday night Tuesday night gold panning fever. Episode number 170. I was just reading chat and now I'm all confused. So let me go catch up on chat real quick. Say hi to everybody. Shane Perthero, thank you for being here hours early and hitting the thumbs up button. I did see that comment. Gentleman Prospector, how's it going? Ken, thank you for joining the show. Donna, thank you, and HD Shovel Ed for both being here and being mods tonight. I really appreciate it. Vendetta Prospecting, the king of Arizona himself. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Richard Gibson. Rich, A3 Sky Warrior, how's it going? Dib Dibberson, how's it going? I was just moving your little gold Paydirt thing that you sent me a couple Christmases ago. I'm contemplating panning it all out this year for Christmas. I don't know. We'll have to see. But I was moving it because it was in my way. It was something else. Alaskan Assassin Adventures. And again, thank you very much for that, Dib. It's still one of the coolest things I've ever gotten. Alaskan Assassin Adventures, thank you for joining the show. Appreciate it. Prospector Jason E. Miner and Terry's Prospecting, thank you for joining the show. Brad Thompson, thank you. KC Sering, thank you for being here. PA Patriot, what's up, brother? Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Adam Weiss, how's it going? Somebody was saying something to him, so. Troubled One, how's it going? Stephen LeBlanc. Wheeze and Geezer, how's it going, brother? Thank you for being here and being a moderator tonight. I'm working hard, riding your mountain bike and watching the show. Oh, yeah, you don't want my ugly mug, man. You're definitely going to wreck with that one. So Ortiz, is Ortiz here? Thank you for being here, brother. Thank you for being here and working. Aaron Mack, how's it going? The Advent calendar, that's it. It was just, brain fart. Yes, the Advent calendar. I was still one of the coolest presents I've ever gotten. So this year, I'm either, if I don't pan it out, I will hang it or something this for Christmas or something behind me. So who else? Adam Weiss, I already said hi to you, but thank you again for being here. Brad Thompson, Chris W., thank you for being here. All right, I think I got everyone. Let me pop out chat. All right. There we go. And if I missed anyone, I apologize, but thank you very much for coming to the show. I really do appreciate it. I appreciate everyone that comes and puts up with the ugly mug, as Vendetta made sure to tell everyone. All right, there we go. All set up. So yeah, tonight we're going to be panning out some Vendetta Paydirt, more specifically, some of his Big Bug Creek. I wonder if there's going to be any bugs. I haven't ever panned out any of the Big Bug, I don't think. Or maybe I did. Was that what I did for the battle? I don't know. No, that was the other one. But yeah, some Big Bug Creek. This one has a guaranteed 2 grams of gold in it. We are going to capture the gold and weigh it up because I am going to do an ROI because I did have a secret shopper buy this bag of Paydirt. So we're going to find out what the ROI on it is. So what is that? I don't know. David, how's it going, David? How have you been doing? I got your package in. Thank you very much. I will say the reason you probably won't see the boo bags on the shelf or anything is because they all busted open in transit. Those bags did not like traveling by United States Postal Service, but I did get them. Thank you. Had a live spider come in the bag once. That's all right. There's a spider within 6 feet of you at all times. So that's, there's spiders everywhere in the world. So within 6 feet of you, there's one right now. As long as it doesn't drop down on my head, I'm okay with that. It's hoodie weather? All right, brother. There you go. I just got in 2 new hoodies myself. So I got in a gray one and a red one. So I wanted to see what they looked like. And I was like, well, I'll just get 2. I got a maroon colored one and a gray one. So and it was funny because I ordered them last week because it's been dropping down into the 30s here. And I was like, well, man, all I got is t-shirts and the one black hoodie. I'm like, I need to get myself some stuff. So I was like, oh, I'll order 2. And I ordered 2 and I had them shipped extremely quickly. And now it's warm again. So now it's back up into the higher 70s. So, I forgot to send bugs. That's all right. I don't mind the bugs. I'm going to pan them out. As long as they don't hold on to the gold, I'm okay with that. Is Mad Hatter in here? Where's he at? I don't see his post. Maybe I'm missing it. But if Matt, oh, there he is. Mad Hatter, what's up, brother? How you been doing? Hopefully you and the family are doing well. I know your daughter must be getting excited. It's getting close to not only Halloween, where there's lots of free candy, but Christmas is coming up as well. So always good to have you. I only put live spiders. I'd much rather a live bug than a dead one, you know. And I am drinking tea with honey tonight because while I am doing much, much better, I'm still having a little bit of sinus issues, and I figured it can't hurt, you know, a little something. I do this. Yeah, I try not to kill spiders unless it's a really big one, unless it's like a black widow or a brown recluse. Usually just move them outside, you know. They eat up all the bad stuff. Even though I did have to kill one the other day, it was a big old wolf spider because it kept building a nest right in front of my door every single day. I'd break the web up and hopefully tell him to go somewhere else to catch his bugs, but nope, every day. And I was like, okay, not learning. And my daughter has an extreme fear for spiders, so. Matter of fact, that was a Culver bag. So, John Gear, thank you for joining the show. Appreciate it. Dragons AU and Prospecting, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. Appreciate it. People's best friends. All right. Well, I appreciate that. The other Mike. Thank you while you're driving. I appreciate that, Mike. Yeah, I don't know how he's the king of Arizona since there's no AU and AZ, but Mike managed to do it. Really good Paydirt. Definitely much better than the old lynch mining Paydirt. You know, and I was a huge fan of lynch mining. It's not to knock anything with lynch mining. I was a huge fan of lynch mining. I'm not a huge fan of the way they went out and they closed up. It'd have been better, in my opinion, if they would have just, you know, shipped everything out and just closed and said we're out of business. But, you know, sadly, that's the way the vast majority of companies close, is they kind of close in debt. So, but, you know, Vendetta is definitely a better Paydirt seller than him, you know. And who is that? Donna. Thank you very much, Donna. Thank you. I appreciate that. Well, see, I'm wheeling around in my chair, too. I don't look as cute as the little, whatever that blue thing is, but. Rocky Mountain Prospect. How's it going, Brad? Thank you for joining the show. I appreciate it. No, but yeah, like I said, it's one of the things that I really love to see. You know, I love Paydirt, and one of the things I really love to see is that a lot of sellers, the newer sellers, are getting better. It's not just, you know, 8 years ago, the average Paydirt probably had a 40 to 50% ROI for the good Paydirts. And now they're 75, 80, 85% ROIs. But there's not only the ROI. You know, sellers are getting better at how they package their Paydirts, they're better customer service, just all around just getting to be better and better companies, which is what we really need, especially with gold going up. You want to make sure your company's as fine-tuned as possible. I remember back in the day, what was it? There's still a seller that still has the absolute worst websites. But, you know, Paydirt used to be, you know, eBay listings with misspellings and just a whole bunch of gobbledygook, and, you know, you never really knew what you were buying. So it's really good that, you know, people are starting to say, hey, if somebody's spending $100, and you got to think about that, the average bag of Paydirt is probably really getting close to $100. Someone's about to send you $100. You should really have, you know, good packaging, good labels, and things like that. And I will say, which reminds me, I remember at one point, you know, Clash, he had posted a video a while back. I mean, this is a while back, like two years ago, I think, where he commented one of the things that made his Paydirt better than the other Paydirts was his custom logos. He said his logos were better than anybody else's. And while I don't think his logos or bags are prettier than anyone else's, I do think that is one of the things that sellers really need to take aware of. You know, I will say I've gotten 2 bags of Paydirt in recently for an upcoming video where neither one had a sticker on them. Neither one had a label on them. They had nothing. It's just a bag. And if I just got a bag in that looked like this, I wouldn't be happy. I mean, if I'm paying $100 and I'm not happy that they didn't put labels on their bag, I want something. You know, I don't want just the gold. This isn't just that, you know. It's the same thing when People buy like silver bars and gold bars. You have a lot of choices. And if you're spending $200 on $500 on a gold bar, people tend to pick the gold bars that look better. You know, if you're going to pay the exact same price for a gold bar, they're not going to pick the one that's blank that just looks like somebody's kid scratched in at $9.99, you know? So, you know, it's really good to see how improved new sellers are, you know? Aqua Donkey, thank you for joining the show. Appreciate it. Who else is in here? Mama Bird, thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Jason G, how's it going? Yeah, I mean, you know, I had someone comment the other day about, it was one of my old Clutch videos that somebody commented about how I was just ragging on him for one of his lower ROI Paydyrts and that he had a ton of great Paydyrts. And I was like, no, he doesn't. He has better Paydyrts, but that doesn't mean he has great Paydyrts. Just, you know, if I sell a 10% ROI Paydirt at 20%, 30%, 40%, 50%, doesn't mean that any of them are good. The 10%, yeah, if you buy one, you're going to be like, oh, this is bad. And somebody tells you, oh, get the 50% ROI. That's a great Paydirt. No, it's just better than the 10%. You know, I mean, I do think he's done, you know, decent Paydirt, you know, for what he's, you know, there's definitely worse Paydyrts out there. You know, the way I look at it, Clash Paydyrts is kind of like if you bought Paydirt off of Amazon without paying his Amazon prices. You know, you're going to get a 50, 60% ROI tops and, you know, but, you know, you're not buying it from Amazon, you're buying it from his website. If you buy it from Amazon, I think you get down like 35, 40% ROI, which is just, ugh. But I think with Amazon, you're never going to get good Paydyrts, really. Oh, and look who pops in. Autism Magnet. Mary, thank you for joining the show. Appreciate it. Tomcat, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. I save the bags. Yeah. It's one of the reasons that, you know, if I was putting Paydyrts on my shelf, you know, it would be ones that looked good. And, you know, and originally that's what I had. Before I had all the Paydyrts that I have on my shelf here, the Paydyrts I did have up there were ones that I thought had really cool packaging. There was bags from, you know, the old show, the Gold Rush TV show, because I thought they had really good packaging. You know, what was it? Oh, where's the bag I'm giving away tonight? I don't even know what I did with that. No, well, it's somewhere. Oh, here it is. I threw it over here. Like these. This used to be on my shelf. I really like cool packaging. And it doesn't have to be expensive. This is expensive packaging. But, you know, I like all the ones I have up here. Spider Ace, the Mega Dog, Digger Duggar, all these Paydyrts, you know, the Banshee Mining, Tommy Knockers, the Troubled One. You know, they look cool. And that's one of the things. You want to get something, you know, for your money. If people, like, again, people are spending close to $100, which, you know, I think everything needs to improve. Class shipping is like $20. I don't think it's that high. I was looking at his Paydyrts the other day because when I was replying to the guy, I wanted to make sure I didn't say that, you know, his ROIs weren't that great. So I went and calculated his ROIs. I think he's charging $12 shipping now or something like that. But it's kind of funny. Like, I was thinking about it when I was looking at his shipping. When Clash first started selling, like, what was it, 3 or 4 years ago, like 3 years ago, he was charging $10 or $12 for shipping. And Priority Mail at that time was only like $6.50. Now Priority Mail is like $9.50 and his price is the same. So I'm not going to be surprised if he doesn't jump up his price pretty soon on shipping to make up for it, you know, because while gold's going up, he hasn't really been increasing his shipping, but he probably will pretty soon. I'm hoping the price starts to come down after this election. That's what I'm thinking is going to happen. I think, you know, you get a lot of people that are worried about the election, and not only that, but stuff overseas with, you know, Iran and Israel and Ukraine and all that. So people are buying a lot now because especially when we're about to have a presidential election, you don't know how that's going to affect other things in the other parts of the world. So I think a lot of people are buying up and, you know, because like silver has really, really jumped. Gold has gone up pretty steady and pretty good, but silver made a pretty good jump. But I think after the election, within a month, I think it'll drop back down to like 75. So, you know, but then I think it'll go back up and, you know, but slowly, you know. When I ordered, it was 20. Maybe you had extra things in your thing. Oh, that sucks. Would be $20. Now, would anyone pay $100 for Paydirt? Because it's fun. It's the same thing as any hobby. My daughter went to a movie yesterday. Her and her boyfriend went to a movie yesterday. After popcorn and everything else, they spent $80 and they saw a movie. A movie that I will pirate in a week from now and watch on my TV, laying on my couch in nice, comfortable couch. It cost me nothing, you know. So they spent $80 to watch a movie, you know, same thing. Someone goes to McDonald's and pays $30 to get a Happy Meal and, you know, a quarter pounder that's going to give you E. coli. Yeah, I saw silver was right around 35, 34, 35. Yeah. I am Zaxxon. How's it going? Thank you for joining the show. Wild Man Adventures. Thank you for joining the show. Appreciate it, Brad Thompson. This prospect now is cheaper than my Warhammer one. All hobbies cost money. I mean, all hobbies. I've had lots of hobbies over the year, from, you know, everything from dating, you know, was one hobby of mine when I was younger, where I like to date a lot, and they all cost money. Every single hobby, one way or another, costs you money. It might just be time. Like, you might, like, you know, I could go and tell you I play Fortnite, because I do play Fortnite, you know, sometimes when I'm bored. And technically it doesn't cost me any money, but it costs me time, and that is money. So one way or another, every hobby costs you money. Panning out Paydirt, a good Paydirt, if I buy $100 bag of Paydirt, I'm going to get back $80 worth of gold. So in reality, I get to have a whole bunch of fun, and it really only cost me $20. So, and if you can afford it, then you can stack that gold, put it in a jar, save it up, and eventually, you know, if gold keeps going up, HD can tell you he has bought a lot of Paydirt, put it on his shelf, and doubled his money, if not doubled his money now. So, because I know HD's got some Paydirt on there that he bought when it was $40 a gram, so it's getting close to being doubled. Trouble with Paydirt is cheaper than marriage, that's for sure. Yeah. But Wesley, how's it going? Wesley, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. And speaking of Wesley, remind me, again, I still need help with ideas, trying to think of a contest for a Christmas giveaway, or Christmas contest. We don't do giveaways on this channel. Is for a Patreon Christmas contest, because I have prizes. My bedroom has a whole bunch of prizes in there. I've got prizes on the shelf behind me. You might not be able to see because my fat body is in the way. But I do have some prizes I really want to give away. I've promised some people I would buy some prizes, so I'm going to buy them one way or another. But I need a contest. And I don't want to do a guess the weight contest. So I've been trying to think of ones. My last one that I was talking to one of my friends about was, I was thinking about sending out essentially an envelope to every single one of my Patreon members. Ask them to fill out a question, whatever it might be, like, why do you support Miller Prospecting? And have you send it back to me with no name or anything on the envelope, so I wouldn't know who anybody's comes from. Then during the Christmas show, I'd read them all out and let everyone vote on which ones they liked. And then it'd be the top 12 or 15 that we liked. So that's one way. It'd take a long time, and it'd cost me probably $100 in shipping just to get all the letters out to everybody and, you know, back. But I don't know. You know, I've heard a couple suggestions where people say, you know, like pictures, to have everyone send in just, you know, electronically send a picture so it doesn't cost any money. But then it comes down to me picking, and I really don't want to pick. So, I don't know. Christmas party at Miller Prospecting Session. You've seen my house, brother. There's no way we're fitting a Christmas party here. Maybe my basement, but I don't think anyone would enjoy that because, you know, except for my studio, the rest of it's a cat litter box. So anybody can come up with any ideas for any contest, send me a message, email me, Dylan at Miller Prospecting. Carson Prospecting, what's up, brother? How's it going? Alan Crippled Prospector Jackson, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. Appreciate it. Cookie contest. Boom. Dozens of cookies for free. Yeah, that's not free because then I'm going to have a stroke or heart attack on a live show because I'm going to eat them all. Cookies and me do not get along. I despise cookies, so I devour them all to make them suffer. So, I don't know. You know, it's just hard coming up with a contest. In fact, I was looking up, I Googled Patreon contest to see what other people had done. And I was actually kind of surprised. I found a lot of results from other channels that weren't prospecting, that were trying to do giveaways, and Patreon shut them down. So, but one of the things is I don't want it to be me guess picking. You know, I don't think that would be fair, because I might be swayed, you know, by, you know, it would be really hard to be impartial. You know, it really would be. If I had 80, I think I have 83 Patreon members right now. If 83 people sent me a picture, you know, there might be one that, you know, somebody that said something negative to me a while back. Who knows? Just mail the prizes to you? Well, I could do that. You send me the jet cookies. So, I don't know. It's really stumping me, because I really want to do the giveaway. And, you know, it's either, if I can't think of a way to do the giveaway, then I'm probably just going to not do a Christmas giveaway, and then over the course of a year, just add in extra prizes for Patreon. I don't know how I would do that. You know, again, there can't be any limit to chance. So I did talk to somebody from Patreon, and I can make it a Patreon exclusive, or I can, it wouldn't be Patreon exclusive, but it would be anyone that's on Patreon. But that would mean all the free members. And I think if one free member found out that, you know, I'm giving away a dozen prizes, we would all of a sudden have like 500 new Patreon members that were all free. And then none of the paid members would win anything. So I love cookies too. That's the problem. So I don't know. If anyone comes up with any ideas, I've got about a month to figure something out, because, you know, it's almost November, and I have to have it all set up so people can guess to pick it out for Christmas. So, Michael Reed, how's it going, brother? How you been doing? How was your trip? How was your trip? Didn't you just went where? Alaska? Didn't you just go to Alaska? How was your trip? Didn't you just go on a cruise? So, I don't know. Contest ideas. Anyone thinks of any, email me, send me a message on Patreon, things like that. I know there's some smarter people than me out there. And I know some of y'all might be Patreon and think saving all those goodies for yourself, but, you know, don't do that. share the contest ideas. You I mean, I did think, and, you know, and there's another thing I thought of today for a contest. I thought, well, maybe we could, you know, I could do something where I could post a video, and then whoever could refer the most comments to it, you know, so like if HD made a post, all the people that replied to him, so if he got 10 replies, he would have 10 points. If Donna posted. So I thought about doing something like that, but I don't know if then that would be biased to people that are just more popular, you know, I don't know. I think Patreon is put in their place without creators being able to do cool stuff for the supporters. They really knew. Well, Patreon, if you think about it, 99% of Patreon creators probably don't give anything back. 99% don't give anything back in the form of a gift, a physical gift. The vast majority of Patreon creators are people that make like YouTube videos that let you watch them a week early. That's it. You know, like Clash. If you join Clash's Patreon, you get to watch his videos early, and then you can go meet him up for a geocache that he probably does, what, once a year? I don't even think he did one this year. So, you know, that's it. Most content creators on Patreon don't give away stuff. I just did it. When I started Patreon, I didn't want to start Patreon. I just started doing giveaways because I didn't want to get an influx of, you know, $1,000 a month, and, you know, it didn't seem fair to me. So I just wanted to give back, you know, buy the Paydirt, give it all back, you know, make $100 off of it, something like that. See, the problem with that PA is because then I got to know. That was originally, somebody told me a trivia, and I actually, when I was Googling it today, there was a couple that said trivia, but then I have to know it. And then the problem is people can look it up too. So you could easily look up a lot of information. But see, the problem is then you have to do it whoever's first. So I don't know. I might do trivia, but that would have to be something where there wouldn't be a set amount of time. So like with the guessing the weight for the current contest we're doing for the gold and the Paydirt for the Patreon members, that you have a month out. You know, everyone's got a month to guess what weight the nuggets and stuff are. But something for trivia, it'd have to be like on the night, Christmas night, the whatever day I do that giveaway or contest, you know. But I do, trivia is on my list. I have a list on my computer upstairs on a couple ideas, and trivia is on there. But I think, like I said, trivia would be where I would do an all-round prize. So like if I have 12 prizes I'm giving away during the live show, I'll probably have a couple extra prizes, and then I could ask trivia questions, and the first person to get it right would win. Have you heard of the quarter paper game? No. And Wheeze and Geezer, I know. See, I would have to look up my old videos because 90% of my stuff I don't even remember. Like, I will shoot a video. I couldn't even tell you what the ROIs were for the video I just posted Saturday. I mean, they're written on paper somewhere and I read them off. They're probably on my computer still. I do remember the gold, though, is 1.010 and 1.015, but... Or 1.100, 1.105. So... Joey Brown, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. Appreciate it. Paul C, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. And Wildman Adventures, I agree, though, that, you know, Patreon is making it extremely difficult. But I did see a really good, while I was searching, they did have a good explanation. It wasn't by Patreon itself. It was on Reddit, I think. Is that by making things where you had to be a Patreon member only, it means that then, therefore, Patreon is being used as a form of payment for a lottery ticket, because since there's only a chance. So if I did a wheel, which, you know, I'm not saying I ever did a wheel before, but if I had done a wheel before in the past and I had 100 entries and each one was from a $5 member, that would mean that I didn't say PayPal, because if you went to PayPal and you said, send me $5 for its entry in the wheel, and everyone put in their PayPal thing, entry into spot on wheel lottery, PayPal will ban you. If you do it on Cash App will ban you. You are not allowed to use, you know, lotteries or anything else like that unless you're run through the government. So they just didn't want to be seen as a form of payment for a lottery or, you know, a rodeo or any of these things, whatever people call them. HC show. Think people ever draw a quarter and have all the patrons mail you a piece of paper with a quarter? That's a good one. But see, the problem is, so I'm trying to make this as cheap as possible, because originally that's what my idea was. So originally my idea was, what I was going to do was send everyone a self-addressed stamp envelope, everyone that was a Patreon member, and tell them to send me I'd send them a postcard. They could send it back to me, or a piece of paper or whatever. And it would say, you know, like, tell me why you're a Patreon member of Miller Prospecting. That was it. Simple question. Why are you a Patreon member of Miller Prospecting? They would send it back to me, and then during the live show where we're doing the contest, I would read out all 83 answers. I would pick one that I thought was the best. I'd let people poll and see which one they liked the best, or I'd ask during live show. You know, I'd ask my daughter which one she liked best. I might even ask my cat which one he liked best, because then it's random. I wouldn't know whose was whose, because when I sent the self-addressed stamped envelope, it wouldn't have their address on it. It would only have mine. So I wouldn't know whose was whose. I'd mix it all up. But the problem with that is stamps are 75 cents. Sending 100 stamped envelopes to somebody and 100 stamped envelopes back, I'm spending 120 bucks just to run a contest. I don't want to spend 120 bucks to run a contest. So, yeah, Flower Gold Wizard, Vendetta, me, there's a whole bunch of channels that all got hit by Patreon, so... But I don't know. Just if anyone has any ideas, no idea is a bad idea unless it's a bad idea. But if you come up with an idea, let me know. Shoot me a text or send me a message on Patreon. Email me, Dylan at Miller Prospecting, any of those things. But while you're thinking, I need to get some panning because it's already 6:30 and I got to let these critters out of here. Big Bug Bag, King of Arizona, Paydirt, Mike Vendetta, Vendetta Prospecting. So let's move the camera over. I'll shrink down my ugly face, and we're going to start panning. There we go. So give me a second to move my tea and everything around. open up chat on my phone, which I do not have set up. Email your patrons and have them pick a number. I mean, I could do something as simple as that, but the problem is then I know their emails. It has to be something if I'm picking. So like if I'm picking a number or something like that, or I'm picking something like that. I mean, it could be as simple as that. I mean, it might. No, it can't be something like that. So Mary, it can't be that because then it's a chance. It has to be a contest, anything with a chance. So like if they pick a number, I mean, it'd have to already be a pre-designed number. So I don't know. I mean, that would work. Like if I said pick a number from 1 to 20 and I have 12 of those numbers outlined as prizes, I could do something simple like that. But I could do that during the live show, I guess. Yeah. All right. Let me see if I can find my live show on YouTube on my phone. So I can open up chat and, oh, wow, it showed up today. Easy peasy.
I saved $700.
See, he saved $700. Forgot to turn off the volume on my phone. All right, there we go. Oh, there you go. That sounds like a good soup. Vendetta prospecting soup. So, all right, I need a pen. I'm going to open this Big Bug Creek up. But maybe I could do that, Mary. That's a good idea. So, see? No bad ideas, Mary. And the more ideas and the more contests I can come up with means I don't have to do just one. So I could say, you know, because right now the way I'm working on it, thinking, is that so the $5 tier would have 2 prizes, the $10 tier would have 3 prizes, and the $79 tier would have like 5 or 6 prizes. So, you know, if we did the number guessing, that could be for 1 prize, and I could do something else for the other prize. So here we go. Big old clunkers in here. Let me slap on some gloves. I am sexy. That's one of the things I don't want to do in the contest is have me have to make a decision. It has to be like the number one could work because I could just say, you know, like I'm going to pick a number from 1 to 100 and whatever number comes back, those will be it, you know. So if I pick number 12, 20, 36, I could pick 5 numbers. I mean, it's kind of the same as the guess the weight contest, but, you know, a little bit different. All right. Well, we got a leaf in here. So if there's a bug in here, it's been eating this leaf. And after last live show, I did find my screen. See, I did find my screen. And I took a picture of all the stuff I pulled out, but I don't know what I did with the picture. I sent it to my computer, but I don't remember what file I put it in. So maybe tomorrow or something I'll post on Patreon and YouTube and show a picture just, I mean, because it was half a pan full of organics. Hey, JNV, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. And Brian Phillips, thank you for joining the show. Not sure if I said hi to you. Tomcat Josh, how's it going? Yeah. Like I said, more ideas for the contest, the better. Because, you know, like I said, I've got most of the stuff I want to give away. I'd like to give it away. And the sooner the better, because I want to give stuff away before Christmas so people can have it by Christmas. So. No, it can't be a cost, and we can't have anything because it's for Patreon members only. And Christian Reed, thank you for joining the show. This is just to give. I'm trying to think of a way to give back. I mean, I do my monthly contest for Patreon, but I didn't do one last year, but I did one the year before. As I like to do Christmas ones where we're giving away something extra. And I'll tell everyone, this year it's gonna be sluices, lots and lots of sluices. So I want to, and there will be some Paydirts as well, but it's gonna be a lot of sluices. So I want to be able to give these away. But it can't have, the rules are it can't have anything to do with chance. There can't be a chance, it has to be a contest where it's skill based over luck. So I don't know how guessing a number is skill based, but I guess it is. A little bit of gold, first pan. What about a contest to see whose name comes up? Yeah, that's a random one. I'll pick the winners for you. For random, it can't be random assassin. That's the whole thing. Is it can't be random. It can't be just a chance. It has to be skill based. So. Yeah. It has to show like some type, so right now for my Patreon every month or starting this month is I showed a pile of gold and all my Patreon members had to guess how much gold is in there. So it's kind of skill based. I mean, it's still 99% luck, but that one person might know, he might be a savant and be like, oh, well, that's exactly 1.105596 grams of gold. And that's where they win. So. And it can be a contest where it's just my opinion, I'm just trying not to do that. Like if I said everyone to send me a poem, I could technically do that. I could say, have everyone send me a poem and I will pick the 10 I like the best. I don't want to do that because, poems that tell me how great I am are probably going to win, while the people that just say a poem about rivers or streams aren't going to win. ESPN. Like a guess the jelly beans with rocks. Yeah, it can be something like that. I mean, I currently do something like that where I show a pile of gold and I tell them to guess the weight. So it's kind of the same thing. But I know a lot of people aren't a fan of the guess the gold weight. So I don't know. It's really stumping me and driving me crazy because, I made these plans for Christmas before Patreon decided to change. Or not change, but enforce their rules. So. It's all good. I'll figure out something, I guess. I don't know. It's a weird looking rock. Yeah. Oh, and by the way, if you are a Patreon member, Weezin, speaking of which, if you're a Patreon member, here, hold on. If you are a Patreon member, especially if you are a $10 tier member on my Patreon, you need to guess. I only have, I think, 5 guesses for all my $10 tier, which means that you're got a better chance of winning than if you just guess and if you don't guess. But my $25 tier, everyone has guessed. I think every single person has guessed except for one, and that's you, Weez and Geezer. But the reason you can't guess probably is because you're still showing up as a $5 tier member. I need you to, you changed your amount, but you didn't change your tier. So you need to like go onto Patreon and change to a $25 tier. So you can guess, brother. Because I want you to be able to guess, but I know you can't probably even see the guessing part. Like you could probably see the $5 one, but you can't see the $25 one. So, but all my $25 tier members have guessed. Probably about half of my $5 tier have, but my $10, y'all are slacking big time. And I don't want people to not win because they just didn't guess because they didn't think they would win. Because you never know. You have no idea if you're going to win or not unless you guess. It's safe. That'd be it. I'd be bringing PA Taco Bell nonstop. Here you go, brother. Have some more Taco Bell. Eat another one of them burritos, man. TM, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. No. But yeah, so if you're a $10 tier member or $5 tier member, make sure you go guess. Go watch the video. Guess how much weight it is. Because we only got like 2 weeks left. Yeah, exactly 2 weeks. So I will be posting a reminder tomorrow on Patreon to remind everyone. But, you know. Yeah, Weezin. So what it was if you go to change, like if it goes to your account, I mean, it's been a while since I've looked up my account on anybody, but essentially if you go to your account and you say like you want to change what tier you're in, it gives you the option of changing to a tier, or it says or other amount. And I think that's what you did is you just changed and you said 25. Because you started when you originally, I looked through your thing, you originally started as a $5 member a long time ago. And then you switched to the $25 tier, but you didn't actually switch to the $25 tier. You just switched the amount that you were subscribed to 25. So you're still in the $5 tier, you're just paying 5 times as much. So you're just like a $5 sucker. So yeah, and it never really bugged me before because I always just I knew you were a $25 member, so I was just put you in $25 wheels and everything because I knew. But now it's a problem because I didn't even think about it until the other day. I said, let me see how many people have guessed. And I looked and saw everyone but one person had guessed on the $25.79 tier. And I was like, well, who's missing? And then I saw it was you, and I was like, oh, I was like, he probably can't even see it. That isn't me. All right, there you go. That's a jackpot of gold. Now, this bag was guaranteed 2 grams of gold, so I should see some nice little gold in this one. And we will if we have time. Hopefully we have time. I spent a lot of time talking today. So if we have time, we're definitely going to weigh it up and figure out an ROI on it and all that. Ooh, this is some dusty stuff. Oh, and thank you very much, HD. I totally forgot. Yeah, so if you haven't already, make sure you go to the hidden link, leave a comment, because this is spot number 6. This is the second to last. This week and next week are the last 2 to win the bag of Paydirt from Western State Minerals. So it's guaranteed 0.33 grams of gold. Could have up to a gram in it. Nah. No, you don't have to be present to win the guessing games, KC. all you have to do is put your guess in. Once I have your guess, that's it. I've marked everyone down. As soon as somebody guesses, I put them down. I have a spreadsheet. I put down what their guess was, how close they are, plus or minus, to the actual weight of the gold. And then when I do my Patreon appreciation show in 2 weeks, I'll tell everyone, I'll go through the list and show everyone's name, everyone's guesses, so everyone will know. I'll make fun of the people that guessed really bad, and I'll congratulate the people that guessed really close, and then we'll see who got the absolute closest, and then they'll win. And I will say, and you definitely want to guess this week, or guess this Paydirt, because this is high grade or gold too. I keep forgetting to post it on Patreon, but I'm going to be making the 3 guesses. So for the $5 tier, you'll get that gold in a high grader. It will be high grader material, and it's high grader gold. So this is all 22, 23 karat gold that was from Mike's high grader bag. So this is all high grader gold in the $5 bag, the $10 bag, and the $25.79 bag. This is all high grader gold. So Mandy's Candies, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. Charles King, thank you for being here. Appreciate it, brother. And if I miss anything in chat, I apologize. When I'm panning, sometimes I miss stuff. JP Lawns and more, thank you for being here. But yeah, I didn't want anybody to have to be present to win, because that's just, all you have to do is put your guess. Once you put your guess in, you're done. So now next month, I'm only going to run it for 2 weeks. I'm not going to run it for the full month. Just so I'm not, I don't have the gold ready for the next one. So it gives me a little bit of time, and it gives everyone 2 weeks. So I'll post it, and then a week later, I'll repost again, so everyone has another chance. And then after that, if they don't guess, then, and you don't have to guess. Nobody has to guess. If you don't want to win, by all means, don't. But, it doesn't cost anything to guess, and you could win. And I will tell you, everyone has the exact same chance of winning as they do as if I was spinning a wheel. Because based on some of the guesses I'm seeing, you've got the exact same chance. And JP, how's it going, brother? Thank you for joining the show from JP Lawns and More. Yes, Scott Roberts. I believe it will. I think it will hit 3,000 in 2025. I think it'll be later in the year, probably. I don't think it'll be really soon. I think after the election, it's going to drop. But then what's going to happen is it's going to drop down probably $10 a gram. So whatever that is, $300, $300 or $400 after the election. I think it's going to drop. But then that's going to bring in a whole bunch of investors buying it all up. And then once they start buying it up, it'll start raising, going up again. Then you just need one weird thing to happen in the world, and it'll go back up. Yeah, and if you're already not a Patreon member and you want to support the channel and guess the weight on some gold and possibly win it, feel free to go over to millerprospecting.com/Miller Prospecting. There's Patreon. What is it? www.patreon.com/Miller Prospecting. And join up on my Patreon, and you can get a chance to win some gold. If we can figure out a way to do it, maybe win a sluice for Christmas. Yeah, platinum just never seems to do as well as gold or silver statistically on its ups and downs. Yeah, that's one thing is like a lot of the gold on my shelf, a lot of the Paydirt on my shelf, some bags I overpaid for because, you can't get them anymore and, they're collector's items. But gold keeps going up, then, eventually they'll make it worth it. tooth. Yeah, platinum's just, you know, like I remember when I first started panning and doing reviews, one of the big things was Eureka Gold Sands. Always talking about how his Paydirt had platinum in it. His Paydirt could have platinum in it. You could find platinum nuggets. And that's when gold was probably about 35 a gram. So it's more than doubled. Platinum hasn't gone up barely any since then. You know. John Gear. You know, more gold. This is all smaller gold too, so I am going to weigh this all up if we have time at the end of the show, and we will do an ROI and all that. But based on the size of this gold, I might not get the 2 grams. I might lose a little bit into the Tuesday tailings. A couple times when I've read chat, I've looked down and seen some that was about to go off the pan, so. And again, all this dirt does go into my Tuesday tailing buckets, which I use to make Paydirt for my Patreon members. So any gold that is lost eventually does make its way into the hands of my Patreon member. And I'm Miller. That's who's Miller, Tomcat Josh. Yep. Yeah, gold is in everything. It's the same thing. Like, there's a reason why copper doesn't really significantly go up in price, because copper is the most reused product. So most copper that is sold eventually makes its way right back to the furnace. So need an assistant to reach out. I do sometimes. Well, I just need to get, it's weirdest thing. So I have tried multiple times just to get a bigger tablet, because right now I just watch chat on my phone while I'm panning, and it's kind of small. But the cheapest way to get a cheap tablet is an Amazon. Amazon does not allow YouTube live chat on it. So you can't get, I mean, you have to, I mean, you could technically jailbreak it and do all kinds of things, but it's extremely hard to get, and then you can't ever update the YouTube. So, because I have, you know, a Fire tablet, but I can't put YouTube on it that has live chat. You can put YouTube, but it won't show live chat. And I don't want to spend $300 on a tablet that I'm only going to use on Tuesdays for an hour. So I've tried to buy cheap tablets, but then YouTube, you know, it's kind of one of those things. Once the tablet, after about 2 years, you can't update it anymore. So I don't know. I've tried multiple ways to have bigger chat so I don't miss it. Yeah, Brad Thompson. Yeah, Street Tips does a ton of videos on gold processing from different things. Yeah, hopefully, Wild Man. I almost saw some more gold go over. I need to focus. Vendetta's trying to make me put all my gold into Tuesday tailings with this Paydirt. But does it show YouTube live? See, the problem is there's cheaper tablets have YouTube on them, but they aren't geared so you can't have YouTube live. I guess it has to be a better processor or something. I don't know what it is, but you know, because like I can have YouTube on my Fire tablet, but it won't show live. There's no live chat, and I need live chat. That's the only thing I need. Because I can tell you, I've bought probably a dozen different tablets to try and figure this out. But then again, I'm cheap. So If you ever saw my eBay account, you'd see, oh, he got feedback for buying this tablet. And he got feedback for selling that exact same tablet and lost $5. The wall's right here. Literally, as soon as the sink ends is my wall. So there's no place for a TV. There's just enough place for my phone. I mean, technically, I could get like a little TV, but the only thing is I don't have any ports left on my computer. So it'd have to be cast to it. I mean, I guess I could cast it to from my phone. Well, it's not that. So the problem is, we're coming up with contest ideas in this. Is where you see my sink, I have 2 inches, and then there's a wall that's, got all the padding. So right now I can put my phone there, but that's all the space there is. Then there's shelves above that where I keep all my, my glasses and my this and this and, my other glasses and water. So I have a shelf right in the middle. So I probably have a space that's like 12 inches by 12 inches. That's only 1 inch deep. So that's what I have. So I can't put a computer there. I mean, I technically could get a computer, but then I'd have to just put the screen just there. Oh. See, this is what I need I Am Zaxxon for. This is what I need you for, brother. Yeah, it's one of those things is like when I built the studio. So originally when I built the studio, like on the shelf, I actually have a bracket to hold a tablet, but I'm cheap. I don't want to spend $300 on a tablet. I mean, if I use the tablet, because see, I use my Fire tablet probably 1 day a week too, but it cost me $59, $69, something like that. I don't mind. But I have a hard time spending $300 or $400 on a good tablet that's just going to sit above a sink in a dusty room to use for 2 hours a week. So, yeah, if I was streaming, like if I was playing video games and streaming, I would make sure I had space. It's just, it's one of those things when you design a studio, you think of all these things. My original studio that I had in here, it had issues. So when I rebuilt my studio and made this one, I wanted, my original studio where I panned and where I did my overhead were the exact same place. I just put a board over the sink. And this time I have 2 separate locations, but I didn't think about I would need a place to look at chat. So I'll look at the own tablets. I'll look them up. That's it. Until I put my pan in the water. Y'all do know I have an old iPhone. This thing ain't waterproof. Yeah. But I'll look at the own tablets. And it's not, like I said, there is a solution to it, and it's called Dylan Spend Some Money. And I'm sure my buddy John likes to always comment, just spend money. He'll tell me, dude, just spend the $300 and get a tablet, Yeah, and if one of my mods wants to drop the hidden comment, make sure everyone, if you haven't already, go leave a comment on the hidden video so you can get a chance to win tonight's raffle spot. Karen Untz, thank you for joining the show. Sherwood Prospecting, thank you for hanging out, brother. More gold. Right. And one of the things is I never think about the problem with the chat until I'm actually in here. Because when I'm doing anything else, like 90% of the time I'm in my studio, it's either panning for relaxation, I don't need chat, or I'm panning and doing stuff to shoot a video. And again, I don't need chat. So it's only for this hour and a half a week that it drives me crazy. And then, 15 minutes after the show ends, I'll forget about it. Because there's always other stuff in the studio that's not working perfectly I use more for videos and stuff. Like lighting or rearranging the stuff on all my shelves to see what I have for future Tuesdays or reviews or things like that. So. But I appreciate all the ideas for everything, for the contest and the own. Is that for the, are you talking about Patreon? I haven't looked, but I know they didn't tell him anything. They did not ban him. But my guess is he's probably one of their bigger Patreons, creators. So. S. Rip, what's up, brother? How's it going? Right. I mean, this is with the Patreon. They did this right when we had Patreon. I guess it was like 5 or 6 years ago. They shut us all down and everyone just changed, they essentially just said, don't say the word giveaway. So we all changed it to gaw and huck and things like that. And they left us all alone. But even then, they didn't say anything to Slim. So. Yeah, I don't know. Because Jeff Williams, because they even told me, like when they told me when I could run a contest, I went back and forth with them about my contest. And I said, is this acceptable? And they said, yes, you can do this contest. You can do a guessing game contest. They even said it's a great idea because it's, something to do with your members that's, relevant to your content. And then I said, well, but then they even told me, they very specifically, I still have the email, they specifically said, make sure you say contest. Do not use the word giveaway. If you go over to Jeff Williams, 2 of his tiers say giveaway in it. So, but, it's just the way it is. They always pick on the small fry first, But like I said, it's their rules. They can pick and choose whatever they want. I'm just, the guy that jumps through the loops to try and make it all, so I can still give back to all my Patreon members. So more gold, more gold. Some of it's starting to float. Uh-oh. But if you are a Patreon member, again, if you're a $5 or $10 tier member on Patreon, make sure you go guess. I will be posting tomorrow, relinking it, but it should be one of the last 3 posts, depending on which one. I did send everyone a message, so just look through your messages on Patreon and go guess. Guess what the weight of the gold is. If you've already guessed, don't guess a second time because that invalidates your guess. So don't edit your guesses. Just one guess per Patreon member per tier. Guess how much gold is in the video, and maybe you can win it. And if you're not a Patreon member and you want to guess some gold and win some gold, and it is high grader gold too. This is high grader gold, 22, 23 karat. Will come in a bag of Paydirt. If you win it, it'll be in a bag of Paydirt and you'll have to pan it all out. But you can go check me out on Patreon, Miller Prospecting. If you're already a Patreon member, thank you very much for supporting the channel, but make sure you guess so I can give back to you. Mentally Corrupted, what's up, brother? How's it going? So I will say I'm kind of disappointed in this Paydirt so far. I haven't seen any bugs, let alone any big bugs. Does say big bug Paydirt, I haven't seen any of those big bugs. I haven't seen a lot of gold though. You know, if I wanted to get a gold, I'd get a bag that said big gold bag, you know. Yes. And if you haven't ever tried out, I know people buy a lot of Paydirt, and most of y'all have already tried Vendetta prospecting. But if you haven't tried Vendetta prospecting, make sure you go get a bag of Vendetta prospecting. He was my 2022 Paydirt champion. So if you're thinking about telling somebody bag of Paydirt for Christmas, you can say Vendetta prospecting, 2022 champion, King of Arizona Paydirts. You know, there we go, more gold. I talked to Jason about it, and you know, the problem with that is, and I don't want to say too much about it because, you know, there's a reason why they went after us. It wasn't because they were just, you know, due diligence. Someone ratted us out. Somebody was not happy with other people in the community and decided to rat us out. So they pretty much confirmed to me and another person that someone did report us, and that's why. So one of the terms is with Patreon is that they can, like, so technically, and they even told me, if they see, like, during this live show, if I said I'm doing a giveaway for Patreon, I'm just not going to tell Patreon. They could ban my account just because I'm still doing a giveaway. So, I mean, I wish him the best of luck, and I hope they don't ever catch him, but so I don't want to say too much about it. Yeah. Because Jason is the man, so. And I am a Patreon member of Jason, so, you know. Whatever he does, I'm happy with, you know. Whatever any Patreon person, I mean, everyone's got to do their own thing. Yeah. But, and then plus, you know, Jason's got a lot more members and subscribers than me. So, you know, he could probably easily change platforms if he had to. I don't want to do all that. And, you know, they'll probably leave him alone, you know. To me, though, this would be, if I got struck again, it'd be my third strike and I'd be out. And I just don't want to, you know, because I've had, I mean, if any of you have had PayPal accounts, you will know that if PayPal has ever seized your account, they don't give you your money back. They kind of just like, oh, well, too bad, so sad, sue us. And I'm not saying Patreon would do that, but, you know, it was kind of weird that they didn't freeze everyone's account on like the 30th or the 31st of the month. They waited till after everyone had paid on the 3rd to close accounts. So, which is a little suspicious that they waited for my 83 members to pay and then they banned my account. You know. In other words, I had zero ability to remove that money from Patreon. So that would be my main concern is, you know, that's what keeps my channel going. If I didn't have Whip of Texas barbecue. If I didn't have my Patreon, I wouldn't be able to keep my channel going. So, you know, I need my Patreon, so I will jump through whatever hoops they tell me to keep my Patreon. And I will jump through whatever hoops I have to make sure I can give back to my Patreon members. So. I did think about that Vendetta just because I thought about where essentially you could say, you know, like for my Christmas one, I could say, have everyone send me a haiku or everyone send me a poem. And then just say, I'm going to pick the winner. And then just off camera, you would hear tick, 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 maybe as if that was the wheel spinning, but I would be picking it, you know. So I can do that, and that might end up being something I will end up having to do. It just, you know, the problem with that is you might get the people that'll get upset because they didn't win, and they'll think that then you rigged it and really rigged it, which is, unfortunate, but it might happen. Vendetta. Yeah. I mean, like I said, for now, I have till the end of the year. I have the gold and the nuggets and everything picked out. They were all already been sorted into jars because when I decided to do my guessing game, I sorted them all out. And so I have until the end of the year. I have October's, November's, and December's gold all sitting in vials waiting to be weighed up and guessed on. So, and then in, December, while I'm doing all this other stuff, I'll think I might do a combination because I have talked to some people where I might go back to the old way I was doing it, and I might send every single member something and then just do a grand prize, guess the weight. So that way, like if you're a $25 tier member, you'd be guaranteed to get something in the mail every single month, but then you would also have a chance to guess. So, like, and then that way I'd probably just do a nugget, And that's chance. It has to be skill-based. Any type of contest you do has to either be skill-based or me picking personally, I guess, which doesn't make sense because that's kind of random to it. But, it has to be skill-based contest. I have 83, I think 83 or 82. I think 82 because somebody left today. Somebody left me. They said, no more Miller Prospecting. I'm tired of looking at your ugly mug. I'm not giving you any more money. I don't think it's that. I think it's the fact that it's everything to most companies, especially Patreon. Patreon isn't like the biggest company. There's lots of competition for them. They're not the number one that's making billions of dollars. It's cost versus rewards, So they look at me and they say, Miller Prospecting is bringing us $100 a month, 150. I think it's like 150. I don't know what it is, but somewhere like $100 a month. Let's say I'm only making them $100 a month. If they lose me, they only lose $100. Slim, he's probably making them $5,000 a month. That's a big chunk of change they might not want to lose. So. Skillfully spin the bingo. They don't see it that way. It's just all about making Patreon happy. And Jeff, thank you for joining the show. Appreciate it. It's what it is. You're always going to get people that are unhappy with stuff, I've had Patreon members that have left, and one of their comments when they left have said because they didn't win anything, but if you're joining my Patreon member to only win, you got to know you're going to have a 1 in 80 chance to win. You would have to be a Patreon member for at least 80 months. And even then you're not guaranteed to win. So, that's it, Carson. Well, that's because you're crazy, Carson. We all know that, man. Too many mud bugs, man. They done made you crazy. Crawfish full of lead. JNB Rockhounding, you'll be surprised. Wait until so far I can tell you the $25 tier, everybody but one person, Weezen, has guessed. And the guesses are not, a lot of people who said they were going to suck did better than people that you would think, because everyone was saying that people like Carson or Vendetta or some of these other people are going to do really, really good. You'll be surprised. Looking at something on a TV monitor is much different than doing it yourself. Like, see me? If I see gold, like even, so Vendetta Prospecting, great guy. If y'all don't know, check him out. Mike, Vendetta Prospecting. He even has a YouTube channel and everything. Go check him out. He hasn't done one in a while, I don't think. But he was doing a Guess the Paydirt. he used to show a video. Every single month, he would pan out some Paydirt and say, guess the Paydirt. Now, I can tell you, I've been panning Paydirt for 8 years. I have probably panned every single seller's Paydirt out there. Every single seller. At least once. Not once was I ever even close to guessing who it was. Not once. And there would be people that knew it like off the bat. You know, they would say, oh, that's so-and-so. I could never within a million years have guessed it. I'd be thinking in my head, oh, you know, that's this and this and this. Carson Prospecting recently sent me a bag of Paydirt, and for the life of me, I could not figure out where it was from. So, and I pan Paydirt all the time. I smell dirt all the time. So, over 50 episodes. See? There you go. So, just because you're around something, it's just different watching it on TV. You know? Like, if you saw me in person, you'd be like, oh my God, that's a good looking dude. But on TV, on the camera, on YouTube, no, I'm ugly. You know, like me, I'm slim. I got a six-pack in real life, you know. I don't even have a goatee or nothing. I got a long, flowing blonde hair. But on YouTube, for whatever reason, the camera makes me look different. So, I'm telling you, everybody's guess is just as good. Gabby's for the win. That's it. Only thing I miss about the main thing I miss about the South. Mr. Minix has won many times. Well, yeah, of course it was rigged. So, but you know, I mean, I can even tell you, I weighed up the gold. So when I shot these videos for this last one, I weighed them up. I did it on camera, and then I zoomed in so people that were watching the video could not see the weight. When I started my spreadsheet, which I started like a week after I did it, I couldn't remember how much gold it was in each one. I couldn't remember. So I guessed. I said, well, I'll just write this down just so I had a base point so I would do it. And I said, I'll go watch the videos again in a minute. I wasn't even close. And I knew I had already waited a week before. Yes, and so far, every pan has had gold so far. This is a 2-gram bag, so better be rigged. That's it. Yeah. So yeah, so guessing gold on a camera is, you know, especially a little gold. Like if it was a nugget, that's why I didn't want to just do a nugget. If I just did a nugget and, you know, put it next to a quarter or something like that, yeah, somebody would probably have a pretty good chance of guessing it. But this is just all small gold, so. They say the camera puts on 10. I'm telling you. Yeah. I mean, think of it this way. So for my like $10 tier, I think I have 20. I don't even think. Yeah, I guess I have about 80 Patreon members. So let's say I have 25 $10 members. If I put your names in a wheel, you have exactly 1 in 25 chance of winning. If I tell you to guess a number between 1 and 25, and there's the weight of a gold, you still have a 1 in 25 chance of guessing it right, you know? I put on 3 pounds by eating cameras. I just look at a camera and I gain 3 pounds nowadays. It's horrible. Every time I go to my doctor, they're like, oh, step on the scale. I'm like, why? I just looked at the scale. It made me gain weight. Home Zoo, how's it going? How you been doing, brother? Thank you for joining the show. Oh, more gold, more gold. WK Prospect, thank you for joining the show. Appreciate it. Second to last pan. That's a cool rock. Rinse it off first, though. Like lava rock. This must come out of Vendetta's fire pit. I'd go all the way to Walmart and buy a Klondike bar. That's what I'd do. Now, if you ask me what I would do for a Choco Taco, now, that's when things get interesting because I want my Choco Tacos back. I would say I could feel where it hit the pan. Where'd it go? I mean, it made a noise when it hit. That's a heavy rock. It's definitely not. It is heart-shaped, too. Do you remember this rock or something? Maybe I should save this. I'm saving that rock. There you go. They did say they're going to bring them back. They did say they're going to bring back the Choco Tacos, but only during special occasions, which means that they'll do it like once every 5 years so they know they'll sell out. And every store will double the price on them, so. I'm going to get some popcorn balls. You have no idea what a Choco Taco is. It's just like a taco, but it's made out of like ice cream wafers dipped in chocolate with ice cream inside. It's kind of like an ice cream bar, but it looks like a taco. And it tastes kind of like if you imagine ice cream taco. Yeah, they're not good with hot sauce, really. All right. More gold, more gold. Oh, no. My teeth would fall out just looking at a caramel apple. Oh, my gosh. If I even told my dentist I was looking at a caramel apple, he'd slap me. Yeah. Another big rock here. All right, WK Prospecting, thank you. Appreciate you popping in. Yeah, if you haven't already, go over there. Make sure you sub to WK. Here, I'm going to check because I don't think I've seen anything from you popping up on my YouTube in a while. YouTube might have unsubbed me. There we go. Yep, I'm subscribed. I was thinking I might have gotten you one closer, but nope, I'm still subscribed. Yeah, but go over there. Make sure if you aren't, WK Prospecting, go over there right now. Get him up to at least so he only needs 100 more. Yeah, I tell people all the time, don't watch my original videos. I'll get people, they'll comment to me, they'll say, oh, I just joined your channel. I'm going to watch all your old videos. It's like, no. Just watch the new ones. Don't bother. Only watch the current year you're in. That's it. If you were joined last year, you only watch that year and forward. Like, I was actually looking through some of my old videos the other day, and it's only been like a year that I started putting my ugly mug on the videos. Before that, it was just the hands. Which, and see, one of my gloves bust, so I had to take it off. Because I was looking to look up something. I think I was looking up one of the Lynch mining video or something, trying to see what their old ROI was. I don't know, what video was I looking up? See, no time. You at least be only 100 away now. All right. Now we get to the finishing pan. Let's get all this gold in there. $2.99. All right. Everyone go over. Make sure everyone go to everybody's channel. Just subscribe to everybody. YouTube only charges after the 10th subscription. You know. And I'm kidding. YouTube does not charge to join people. So join them. Watch them. There's some people I subscribe to that I don't, you know, I'm subscribed to every single person who does Paydirt reviews. And I'll be honest, I don't watch their videos because, one, I don't want to be biased if they, pan out something and they give it a horrible review, So like if somebody was to do a review on, Joe Bingy's Paydirt and they say, oh, this is a horrible Paydirt. He said this and this and this and this. And then I want to review them. It's going to be in my head, all those things. So I will watch them sometimes later, or if they do videos like, Heath did a video not too long ago where he was rating his top 10 Paydirts and stuff like that. I'll watch those because they're just it's more subjective. So I can watch those. No. So, my point being, it costs you nothing to subscribe. And if you don't want to watch their stuff, just don't watch it. But at least it helps them out and it helps somebody in the community. And that's what we're all here for, is to help each other in the community. So go subscribe. See that piece of gold? You see it. You see it. It's sitting right there. It's trying to run away. It's like, oh, let me go. I want to be free. Free. It doesn't know. It's going in Tuesday tailing. So even if it got free, it still wouldn't go there. Well, I can't do that. To be a sub on my channel is a special honor, Mary. You just look at their names and you say, when you open up another tab. No. I do plan in January changing and making more mods, though. So in January, maybe, Mary. But currently, no. When I first started my channel, I didn't do ROI. When I first started my reviews, I didn't do ROI. I mean, I did do them, but I did them on my website. I didn't do them in my videos. No. Yeah. And there is a reason why I don't just make everyone mods. I know a lot of channels in the community do just make everybody a mod, but I don't. And it's not because I dislike people or don't want them to be able to, be mods. Because, one, I trust everyone in the live chat. But the reason I don't do it is for comments on my videos. Some people, and no one in particular, they can get very testy about when I do bad reviews. And one of the things is I don't want to promote in any of my videos or anything like that, or have any of my comments, or people that are going to say really, really horrible, negative, like mean things about somebody. And, it's happened where I've done a review on Clash and I've had people, and I'll have the people that'll say wonderfully positive things about Clash and about how he's the best ever and he's the best reviewer and I'm just jealous and all that. And that's fine. And I post those comments. But then there'll be other people that'll say things, like he should be strung up and, lynched and all these things. Well, if you're a mod, that comment goes right through. And if I don't see it, then other people are going to see it and think that I agree with it. So all my comments and all my videos are approval only. So I read every single comment before it gets on there. So if you go to any of my videos and you see all those comments, I've read every single one because I had to approve it. So if somebody says something, uses curse words or things like that, then I just delete it. So WD9UFO, what's up, brother? Been a while. So, like, if YouTube would get around to give mods like different things where I could say, hey, they could be channel mods during live shows, but they don't get to freely post comments, you know. Then I would make a lot more people, you know. Who put you on silent? Mm. And then another reason I do it is because mods don't so right now I have my channel, my live show for subs only. So if you're not a subscriber, you can't actually post in the live. But if you were a mod, you could. You could not be subbed to my channel, but you could be posting. And this is the way I do it so people are reminded that, you know, like if somebody goes to try and type in chat and it'll tell them you're not sub. But if you're a mod, it wouldn't tell you that. And plus, you know, it's just my rules, my way. Oh my gosh. Mary's making things so complicated, Mary. Oh, what was your question? I didn't see anyone put you on silent. Usually it'll show up. I'm even going through chat to see if maybe it showed up and just didn't. And I've since trained Nightbot. He doesn't ban people anymore. And yes, I will double check, but I'm 100% sure I am subscribed to you, Madeline. I am not. Well, I am now. Yeah. But yeah, if people do other things, you know, because what was it? I saw Tom's Randomist. He did a review, a Paydirt review yesterday. So I won't watch that video, but I watch his other stuff. So yeah, if you have stuff that's not, you know, Paydirt reviews, yeah, I'll watch them. I probably won't comment because, you know, I'm lazy, but. I know. I'm not. I'm just messing with you, Mary. Like I said, in January, I plan on changing how I run my mods and stuff like that. Just, you know, anytime I do anything, it takes me months and months to plan and sort and decide and stuff like that. So. Jeeps are junk. Jeeps are junk. Everyone knows that. Who was it? I just saw someone pop into chat. Who was that? Brad Thompson, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. Thought I saw someone new in chat, but maybe not. Oh, Plow Dog. There you go. Plow Dog, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. He did ask again, HD. He asked me if I was subscribed to his channel, and I am. I don't know why it showed up, but it had to be approved. I didn't see anything in it that needed to be approved. I don't know why. I don't know. But it, for whatever reason, Metally Corrupted, it was just YouTube held it to be approved. I don't know why. And I guess nobody saw it earlier and it didn't get approved. I don't think I've been banned from anybody yet, but then, you know, I probably wouldn't know. There's that little bitty piece. Y'all can't see it, but there's a little bitty like piece of wire gold there. It's that like eyelash gold. And it's gonna keep trying to get loose. Yeah, I saw the question, Medley. And I know I was subscribed to you before, but that's why I said, like, you know, YouTube loves to unsubscribe people. That's why whenever somebody mentions any of their videos or anything in my thing, I always go and make sure I'm subscribed if I don't think I've seen it. YouTube has been changing a lot of things. I don't pay attention to too much of YouTube. I need to start, like I said, in January's, I'm going to have more mods and, you know, super mods and things like that. But no. Yeah, but that's all on YouTube. It has nothing to do with me wheezing. That's just YouTube hiding stuff. I don't know why. Because I don't have any of the YouTube filters on. Because I know everyone in here is a subscriber. So. The worst thing about the shorts is I don't know if I know everyone gets it. Is where it's just static, where it's like the green and blue lines all across shorts. It drives me absolutely mad. Because I very, very seldom watch shorts. Very seldom. But every once in a while, I'll say, oh, that looks like a short I want to watch. And then I'll click it, and it'll be decent. And then I'll say, oh, well, what about this short? I really want to watch this short. And then it'll just be garbled, messed up. And then any short after that I touch is just jacked. And then I'm like, well, I'm not restarting my whole computer just so I can maybe come back and, you know, try and watch a short. I just give up. It's like if they're going to be pushing shorts as hard as they are, you'd think they'd have it so they don't mess up. 403 Prospector, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. Appreciate it. Almost panned it all out. No, 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 no. I see some gold hiding behind you. See, there's some gold behind it. $92 still. Oh, that's why people live in Florida. So, nice pile of gold so far. I hope you have a good day, brother, at work. All right. Let's get the rest of this out. Then we're going to weigh it up. See what kind of ROI we get out of this. This is the big bug bag. It was guaranteed 2 grams of gold. It was the 1 gram bag, but I had my secret shopper ask for a 2nd gram of gold. I've got to have some gold for my Patreon members. So I don't remember. Oh, well, maybe I can't do an ROI on this because I don't remember what I paid. Maybe I could go through my emails and look. I didn't write that down. I made sure I got the gold spot, but I didn't write down what I paid or my secret shopper paid. Yeah, make sure you hit that thumbs up button because YouTube hates me. So YouTube does not like my ugly mug. So The more thumbs up, maybe they'll be like, maybe we should have some ugly people. I'm doing good. Got a nice pan of shiny in front of me. King of Arizona. Man, fish tank rocks are expensive. I just went and I set up a terrarium. There's nothing in it. But I just wanted a terrarium on my shelf and no animals in it. So I was like, oh, let me go get some rocks to put in it. Man, $10 for aquarium rocks. That's crazy. I mean, I bought them because I want the terrarium to look nice, but $10 for rocks. Come on now. It was in the 70s today here in Indiana, so I don't know exactly what temperature, but I went outside and it felt like 70s, so it was 70s yesterday. Yeah, see? If you haven't had any Paydirt from Vendetta, if you know anyone that's buying you something for Christmas, you can't go wrong with Vendetta. Again, he was my 2022 Paydirt champion, and he came in second place probably if he wouldn't have bailed out of the 2023 championship. Oh, fish tank rocks on shipping. I was wondering, I'm like, okay, what kind of fish tank rocks does he have that are special? I did have, who was it I ordered from? I ordered from some Australian seller. Like, I think it wasn't last year's Australian month, but I think it was the year before that, where they put on the bag for claims that it was gold Paydirt. I'm like, why would you put that? You could put dirt, you could say Paydirt, but you don't put the word gold on there. You know, some guys can be like, oh, I need to examine this a little bit closer. Yeah. I think that's it. I think I got all the black sands out. Here, well, I'll run a little magnet over it. Yeah. Just to make sure. Yeah, it was crazy. So the thing is, so my son, I guess it was last year for Christmas. One of the things is my son likes to do all kinds of weird little things all the time. So I got him a book on how to make little paper animals out of money. So he made a whole bunch of frogs. I have about a dozen frogs, a little paper, you know, frogs made out of dollar bills, and they were just sitting on my shelf. And I thought, well, they'd look better in a terrarium. So, you know, I bought a little terrarium for like $20, and all together, it ended up costing me like $60. Get the light and the back sheet and the rocks just so I could put $12 worth of paper money in it. But, you know, what you gonna do with your kids? That's why I love blue pans. I started with green, but I just love the way gold looks in the blue pans better. AAA Rockhound, how's it going? It should be it should be 2 grams. But again, I was panning while I was listening to the chat and all that, so we'll have to see. We'll scoop it up and dry it up. I've tried every color pan, and blue so far is my favorite. Green would be my second. Well, except for red. I've never tried a red pan. I tried pink. I've tried purple. The pink and the purple I just couldn't deal with. But all right. Oh, well, I appreciate that, Weez. And if not, I'll message you on there and let you know. If you go back through the last couple posts, if you can see the $25 post, the $25 tier post, then it's working. There we go. There's a little bit of black sand in here still, but we're still going to get an ROI, and we'll just be, you know, best stuff. Here, let me move my rocks. And we'll put the heart there. Let's cook up some gold. All right. Well, there you go. That means it. Yeah, so you should be able to see the post now, and you should be able to guess the $25. And I will say, if you're guessing, again, $5, $10 tiers, you need to go guess the gold weight before the end of the month. Look at the other people's guesses, because you don't want to guess somebody else guessed, because it is whoever guesses it first. And I did notice somebody did do that, where they guessed the exact same way as somebody else. And that would really suck if, like, you guessed and you were off by just, 0.1, where if you'd have looked, you'd have changed your guess by 0.1. 2.07 with black sand, yeah. So make sure you go. Who's that? Donna just posted the hidden link. Make sure you go over there. Leave a comment in the hidden link, because it won't be long now until we go and we pull a name for spot number 6 of 7. 2.38. You must think Vendetta crazy. That son done cooked his brain. 2.38 on a 2-gram bag. 2.47. Pickle prick prospecting. Oh my gosh. I love Vendetta, and I don't think it's going to be that high. I would say 2.15. But then again, you got to remember, this is Tuesday, so I can miss a whole bunch of gold. You don't know. This could only end up being 1 gram, so. Just got to let it cool off now, so it don't melt my pan. 2.100039. There you go. Randy Klatt, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. Scott Roberts, 2.38. 2.12 Culver. Yeah, see, that's what I'm thinking is 2.15. I mean, I just did his 1 gram, and what did I get? 1.1 out of that? So you figure a 2-grammer, he's probably going to at least put a gram in there. So that's 2.1. He'll probably throw in another little 0.5. So 2.15 is my safe guess. But then again, I could have lost a whole bunch here. Gotta get the heart wet. Keep the heart wet. Keep it pumping. Oh no, it's 2222. 1.98. That's probably what's in there. It probably is right around there. it probably in the pan, I'm guessing in the bag was 2.15. Now, if I get that, I'm thinking maybe 2.08, you know, because I lost a whole bunch. All right. It's still hot. But here, let me go get the scale and stuff. Let me put down my honorary Chef V cutting board. Here, we'll zoom the camera out some. All right, there we go. We're all set up. See, there you go. Chef V's here. He's lurking. But I was trying to think of what I could get in here to put on top of my sink, and I was like, I know, I'll just go get a big plastic cutting board. All right. All right, so we have the gold. We have everyone's guesses in. Let's see what we got. I'm trying not to block the camera, but there we go. Oh, I was so close. 2.135. I know someone guessed, what was it? Gregory Littleton, 2.18. 2.19. 2.15. I think I was the closest. I was the closest. But I was just guessing on what I think a Paydirt seller would put in, not but what was in the pan. But there we go, 2.135 or 2.140 with me breathing on it. So, all right, let's go. Now y'all have to look at my ugly mug now. $2.140. It's trying to creep up to 2.15. We're going to shrink down the gold. Well, ugly mug time. After you look at some pretty gold, you got to look at the ugly mug. So if you start going blind, just look down. Just look down, you know. So just look right here. 2.140. Now I have to look at, I do have my numbers here. We're going to go with 2.140. Telling you, it's going up. It's going up. It's going up because it's being heated. So. Culver was closer. Oh, yeah, he did say 2.22. No, I said 2.5. 2.15, he said 2. Oh, yeah. No, Culver wasn't closer. See, if I just add a little bit bump to it, watch. It's going to go up to 2.15. Well, see, I was 0.005 away. Hey, Gregory Littleton, how's it going? Thank you for joining the show. I appreciate it. Back to lurking. There you go. All right, so we're gonna leave it at 2.140 because it is underneath a very bright light right now. So, oh, see, it went up. It's going up. At least your hairless head. I make sure I keep the lights down. I have a forward light, but I make sure it points up and not straight down at me. So. I know what Culver said. Culver said 2.12. I said 2.15. Look at the scale. It says 2.15 now. I am rigging this though. I am rigging this right now. So we're actually going to go with 2.150. Randy had 2.14. There you go. Everyone, I will say everyone was pretty close. So everyone was really, really close. So let me go find my sheet and we're going to figure out ROI on this. No, I need to make a new sheet. Oh well. So we'll do, what's this? Oh, I have to look at what the cost. I don't know what I paid for this bag of Paydirt. Let me go see if I can find my emails. See what my secret shopper paid for this bag of Paydirt. I'm sure Vendetta knows. Oh. Hmm. Oh, okay, I found it. All right. Oh, I didn't. Oh, I don't know who did I see have secret shop this bag of Paydirt? Hmm. Oh, okay, I found it. I found it. Ha ha. I paid 100. And the gold spot is what? All right, we're all set. And I apologize for anything in chat. Autism, I was at 2.15. Is it going up or does the scale go out? Oh, yeah, the scale died. So, oh well. Is it growing? It's because the light, there's a light right above it, so it's heating it up. You can't have certain things around a scale. If they get too hot, the numbers will change. If it gets too cold. So that's why, like during the winter, when I do my Paydirt reviews during the winter, I have to have my scale upstairs. I set it upstairs the day before, and I bring it down right before I weigh it up. Otherwise, it'll start just going crazy. Weezen still hasn't guessed yet. So, all right, let me see if I can put it on the screen. Let's see which one this is. Can I put it? There we go. So there we go. There we have it. The Vendetta Prospecting 2-gram big bug bag is 2 grams and it cost $180. Shipping was $0. Total cost $180. Gold recovered 2.1. We're going to go 2.14 grams because it's probably 2.14. Gold spot was 80.15, which means, where's my trusty calculator? Because I can't do this in my head. $171.52, which gives me an ROI. And that's a really good 95.11. So we have a 95.11% for fun factor. I should drop it a little because I didn't find any bugs, but we're going to give it a 9.5. There you go. Description and all that. We're not doing that tonight. So this is a live show. But there you go. 95% ROI, Vendetta Prospecting, bug bag, 2-gram bug bag. Can't beat that. Look at that. See, this is why people pay $100 for a bag of Paydirt, Mary. I paid $180, but I only lost $9. Got, what was it, an hour and a half worth of entertainment, and it cost me $9. You know. No worries, Vendetta. That was some fun stuff. I like that. I like your Paydirt, so I've never had any complaints about your Paydyrts. So, all right, let's take that off the screen if I can figure out how, because I'm kind of, But there we go. That wasn't bad. 95% ROI. Cannot complain about that. So I'm glad I got that. I was trying to think of which bag to get for the live show, and I was like, oh, we're going to try something, just have some fun and do a 2-gram bag. So glad I did. I got some money. I got some money back from it. So all that's left now is we're going to give it a few minutes, and then we're going to do spot number 6 for the upcoming raffle or giveaway. We have 7 spots. We've already given away 5, and those are to Charles King, Jason G, Josh Ortiz, A3 Skywarrior, and Shane Prothero. And if you are a Patreon member, you can win twice. So I didn't even have to pull out any of my hair to recover that gold. Yeah, I whenever I try to pull out my hair, it doesn't work very well. So yeah. And I apologize if I missed anything in chat while I was setting up my ROI and stuff. But I was trying to make sure. Taco Tuesday. Yeah. But I appreciate, so first off, let me say I appreciate everyone who joined the live show tonight. I appreciate Vendetta Prospecting for being the king of Arizona, because it gave me some Paydirt to pan out tonight. But mostly I appreciate everyone who joined the show tonight. It's always a blast to have y'all here. Here, we're going to get rid of the gold because I'm going to have to shrink down my mug, the pan and cam. All right, shrink down the pan and cam. Let me get the, all right. All right, let me set up everything for the giveaway, which is 100% not sponsored by YouTube, Patreon, or anyone. This is 100% by me for everyone who watches the show. And this is open to anyone. If you are watching the live show, you can enter this giveaway. So this is just for a spot in an upcoming raffle that will be in 2 weeks. So next week will be spot number 7. And then the following week, when I do my Patreon appreciation show, I will do the giveaway. And someone will win this. It is from Western State Minerals. They no longer sell Paydirt. It's one of my favorite companies that did Paydirt. It's from Colorado. It's got Colorado material. It's really easy to pan out. It's very clean material. 0.33 grams of gold in it. They say it could be 1 gram, but you know, I've never found 1 gram in any of their bags. All right, so there we go. So we're going to do that in like 5 minutes. Vendetta might not be. I bet he's tall. I wouldn't doubt it. Mike probably is taller than me. So I did gain an inch when I had my knees replaced, though. So you never know. Maybe that inch helped me out. So, but before everyone leaves, Saturday, I do not have a video coming out Saturday, but next Tuesday, I do have another live show coming up, and we're going to do the other part. If you didn't see, last Saturday, I did a video where I battled Vendetta prospecting, a new current Lynch, Arizona seller against an old Arizona seller, and that was Lynch Mining. I won't tell you who won. You have to watch that video, but I wanted to see an old seller versus a new seller and what changes have been made over the years since sellers. So next Tuesday, we're going to be panning out some Lynch Mining. I do have some more Lynch Mining. Whoever had won the battle is going to be tonight. Obviously, it was Vendetta prospecting, and then next week we'll be doing some Lynch Mining. So, Ron Hubbard, you're very, very late, brother. Slept through my alarm. Alan, how's it going? If one of my mods wants to, here, I can do it. Huh? I can just drop that. Huh? I will drop the hidden link. This is the last link that will be going up. Make sure you go and post a comment on the hidden video, so you can win spot number 6 tonight. So I thank everyone who joined me tonight's show where I panned out some Vendetta prospecting. Hopefully everyone will come back next week. We're actually going to be panning out 4 bags of Lynch Mining next week. So we've got a whole bunch of it. It's all their, I can tell you, it's just their old Gizmo bags that used to be like $25. So there was no guaranteed gold in these. These were the ones that had no guaranteed gold. So we're going to see how much gold. I got 4 of them. I got all these from John R. Prospecting. So we'll have to see. Hopefully they loaded him up because maybe they knew it was going to him and they loaded those bags up for him. I'm hoping anyway. Because usually these recovered, these usually had like 0.2 to 0.3 in them. So I'm really hoping 0.25 out of each one of these. And I got 4 of them. I'm hoping to get a gram out of them. So we'll have to see. That will be next Tuesday. Yeah, the Gizmos was my favorite too. So I love the Gizmos. I do have one somewhere on my jar. Yeah, I have a jar here of one, but that's a grammer. This one, no guarantee. I don't know. I don't know when John bought these. He might have bought these right before they were closing, and they might have skunked them. There might not be no gold in them all. So, yeah, they usually had a lot of Paydirt in them. Apache tears, supposedly. The only time I ever got any Apache tears were out of the guaranteed bags. Like if I bought a 1 gram, I'd sometimes get an Apache tear, but I've never gotten an Apache tear or anything but Paydirt out of the smaller $25 bags. So we'll have to see. Just a blast from the past. Real golden gems inside. Lynchmining.com. And just by the way, because people do keep asking me, somebody asked me the other day, they text me, Lynch Mining is not selling Paydirt. If you go to their website, if you go to lynchmining.com, it shows Paydirt for sale. It shows, you know, I think, what was it? Someone told me they had like a $28,000 bag of Paydirt up for sale. That is just old stuff. That has nothing to do. When Lynch Mining started selling Paydirt, they did not want to sell Paydirt on lynchmining.com. They didn't want to have any sales. Their shopping cart was on a website called paydirtshop.com. You never checked out on lynchmining.com. It always forwards you to another domain. So that site is down. If you go to paydirtshop.com, it is down. Their shopping cart is gone. Lynch Mining has no shopping cart. Most of that stuff that's on there, I don't know why, but it does change. I think it's just old when they, I'm guessing the host, when it's updating, is losing some of the information or just updating stuff, and it's just fluctuating what's on their site. But you cannot buy anything from Lynch Mining. They are dead. I'm guessing, from what I'm guessing, is they paid for their host for the next couple of years, so the stuff is just sitting there. You know, generally like I do, I pay my host for my website every 4 years. So I get 4 years of hosting, and that's probably what they did, is they paid their host for 4 years, and the site's just going to stay up there. So, no, they're not selling. D3 done dude digging. How's it going? Thank you for joining the show. And A3, have a good day at work. But, all right, let me go get everything ready for the giveaway. Make sure all the comments are going through. I haven't heard anyone complaining that they're not, so I'm guessing they're all going through. And it looks like they did, so. All right, there we go. So now we're going to shrink down the ugly mug, and we're going to do a giveaway. Now, as always, if I pull your name, you must post something in the live chat before the end of the show, or you lose your spot. And next week, I will give it away to somebody else. I do not give it away this week. It will be given away next week. You can re-enter next week, but you don't want to miss your shot. There's only, you got a 1 in 50 chance of getting your name pulled tonight. Make the most of it. So, all right, so shrink down the ugly mug. And we'll give a shameless plug for the best website out there, millerprospecting.com. The absolute best website. And this is a video. This is the one I was talking about. Gold Paydirt battle, lynch mining versus Vendetta prospecting. You haven't seen that one? Go watch it. Mammoth Gold Nuggets. Watch that one. That's where I made $700 panning out a bag of Paydirt. $700 just by panning a bag of Paydirt. And then this one, Purple Gold, one of my favorite. I'm still in talks to them trying to get a really big gold nugget or bar from them. I don't think it's going to happen because they would have to tell me the source of where they're getting their gold nuggets from, and I don't think they want to. But top 10 recommended sellers, as you can see, Vendetta Prospecting is number 2 on there. So you definitely, if you want some Vendetta, it's well worth it. And let's go to the random comment picker. I already have the link picked out. There we go. Let's fetch it. Include replies. Good luck to everyone, and thank you all for watching my show tonight, putting up with my ugly mug, listening to me babble on, and let's pull your name, see if it was worth it. 40 comments. Here we go. Can Trip Taco Tuesday. So Can Trip, I need you to post in the live chat before the end of the show, or you lose your spot. So hopefully you are here. All right, so Can Trip, there we go. Let's go. Ugly mug time, full skies. And now we wait. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. I know, a new name, but then again, you never know. YouTube sometimes, like, it could be HD, it could be you. Sometimes YouTube doesn't show the names right, so. Is that you, Matthew? Well, congratulations to Matthew Phelps. See, that's why I said I don't like YouTube used to show what their username was, and now sometimes it shows you what your account name is, which is weird. So I figured it was somebody because somebody saying Taco Tuesday wasn't a random person. Yeah, Matthew Phelps. So congratulations. No. But just to confirm, because it doesn't say Matthew Phelps in there, and I did do this. I think I did this to you the last time you did this. Just go to my last video, leave a comment, and say in the comment that you're, can't do. So, so just go to the Vendetta versus lynch mining video, leave a comment, and say that you're Can Trip Matthew, and so I can just confirm it. I think I had you do this last time as well. So. YouTube makes it, everybody's trying to make it so hard to do giveaways nowadays, Could be me. Yeah, it's just what your account is, which is weird. I don't know why, and it doesn't always do it. It's kind of switches. Like YouTube will do it probably like 50% of the time. It'll use whatever your old account name is. Because I think my original name on YouTube was like Trash Finder or something like that. Trash Finder 1968 or something like that. And then I changed it to Miller Prospecting, and then luckily that's what they always put on there. So you just put it in the hidden video. Well, that's all right. I can search through that one too as well. I just checked his channel. All right. Thank you very much, Ortiz. I figured it was. I figured no one's going to lie about that because I could check it pretty easily. No. But Matthew Phelps, congratulations. So we only have one spot left next week. So next Tuesday, we're going to be panning out some lynch mining. We'll pick name number 7. And then the following week is Patreon week, where we'll be figuring out who's been guessing and stuff like that. If you're a Patreon member, make sure if you're a $5 or $10 or $25 member, you know who you are. Make sure you go and guess the weight of the gold. We only have 2 weeks left. I will be putting a reminder tomorrow. If you're not a Patreon member and you want to win some gold, you can go to my Patreon and join $5, $10, $25. And I think I have one $79 tier left over. And if you want a $79 tier, you get a guaranteed bag of Paydirt. If you're any other tier, you can guess and maybe win a bag of Paydirt. So, all right, Joey Brown, you have a good one. Dib Dibberson. So everybody, thank you for joining us tonight. Saturday, no video coming out. Next time you're going to see the Ugly Mug will be next Tuesday. I am shooting some videos this weekend. Actually, next video I shoot for the next, not this Saturday, but the following Saturday is another Arizona Paydirt. Another Arizona seller. Maybe they're going to come knock Vendetta down a little bit. We'll have to see. And I will say it's an expensive bag of Arizona Paydirt, so they'll be upgrading end of the month. There you go, Steven. No worries. I appreciate, no matter what tier anyone is in, I appreciate it. Just subscribers, I appreciate it. I even appreciate my free Patreon members. I don't know why they have free Patreon, because I've joined a couple Patreons for free and you can't see anything. So it's kind of, I don't know. But all right, Ron, you're late, but I appreciate you being here. Now you're leaving, but I appreciate it again. So thank you everyone for joining the show. I really do appreciate you all. Hopefully you will be here next Tuesday. We're going to pan out some lynch mining. 4 bags of lynch mining. And we'll have to see what gold spot is in. So, but I'm out of here. Thanks everyone. See you all next Tuesday. And I hope everyone has a absolutely great